In our last optimism-crushing episode of CNN Whitewashing Jihad, we watched Christopher Dickey and Brooke Baldwin fall out of this stupid tree and hit every single branch on the way down, only for them to bounce off the ground of the Nerf world they live in, sending them right back up to the top of the stupid tree, which they proceeded to once again fall out of, like some sort of demented twist on the myth of Sisyphus. But let's give CNN another chance to get anything right. Here's Tom Foreman explaining the methodology of ISIS.
ISIS in many ways is something we've never really seen before. A really large, well-organized, well-equipped terrorist army.
Yeah, we've never seen a big, organized, well-equipped terrorist army before, especially not the one that poured out of Arabia and fought its way across northern Africa and up into Europe in the west, while also fighting its way out to China and India in the east. This is a completely new thing, like bell-bottom jeans.
But they are lifting significant parts of their playbook from bad actors in the past who also relied on terror to help them rule.
Wait, did he just admit that ISIS is following a playbook here?
They are lifting significant parts of their playbook from bad actors in the past.
Oh my goodness, finally CNN is acknowledging that ISIS is simply following a playbook. I can't wait for CNN to take us through this playbook and show all of us helpless viewers where ISIS is getting its tactics. Let us have it, Tom Foreman.
For example, the Vikings, way back in the 8th century, were known for such frenzied and vicious attacks on the villages they went after that often people would simply lay down their arms or run away to try to avoid annihilation. Vlad the Impaler in the 14th century was known for his cruelty to the degree that his legacy remains today far beyond Romania.
Vlad the Impaler? Let me see if I've got this straight. ISIS has been known to crucify some of their victims, but when these jihadists crucify people, they're not following Allah's command in chapter 5, verse 33 of the Quran to crucify people who commit the vague crime of making mischief in the land. No, they're taking a page from the playbook of Vlad the Impaler, who put people on poles, which is kind of like crucifixion. So when you think about ISIS crucifying people, don't think about the Quran verse that commands it. Think about Vlad the Impaler.
In World War II, of course, Adolf Hitler's Nazis were feared for the cruel efficiency of their military attacks, the Blitzkrieg among them, and of course the slaughter of millions of Jews.
Well, some of these ISIS types are big Hitler fans, and if you study your Nazi history, the feeling was mutual.
Joseph Stalin killed hundreds of thousands of his own people.
These jihadists are quite the history buffs.
Then the Khmer Rouge in the 1970s had a similar reign of terror against their own people.
Wow, Tom Foreman has time to talk about the Khmer Rouge, but not one mention of Allah, Muhammad, the Quran, the Hadith, Jihad, Sharia, or anything else that ISIS constantly talks about when they're explaining in small words that even a CNN anchor should be able to understand exactly why they're doing everything they're doing.
In each case, these groups fostered the public fear of their cruelty, this sense that they were simply terrorizing people who had to be feared and had to be obeyed.
That almost reminds me of the time that Muhammad said that he had been made victorious with terror.
And now ISIS is doing the same thing through these videos being carefully placed on social media sites and shared around the world.
You know what they're also putting in the videos and on social media? Direct quotations from Islam's most trusted sources showing that Muhammad and his companions did the same things.
Here is the weakness in terrorism, however. It only works if the victims are complicit. And by that I mean it only works if the public will watch the videos, will agree to be terrorized, will live in fear. If the public does not do that, the significant weapon of the terrorist is diminished greatly.
Here's the irony of Tom Foreman's little monologue. CNN put this video together, encouraging us not to be scared of terrorists, when the entire video is a paradigm example of being scared of terrorists. One of the primary goals of terrorists is to silence the opposition, so that even when given a perfect opportunity to honestly evaluate Muhammad's teachings, say after a series of terrorist attacks carried out by people quoting chapter and verse to make things as simple as possible, the opposition will simply change the subject and start talking about Vikings or Vlad the Impaler or Hitler or Stalin or the Khmer Rouge, anything but the actual cause of the actual terror being committed daily in the name of Allah. So Tom Foreman lectures us on being courageous while he sits there trembling in a pool of his own urine. Better luck next time, CNN. Let's see what other fruit falls out of the stupid tree.
It's crap.
Say what?
It's crap.
Come again?
It's crap.
Huh?
It's crap.
Huh?
It's crap.
7 years ago.
It's crap.